Thank you for coming to this meeting. I've been astounded at the outpouring of support for the UBC farm, and I think that's an indication that it struck a chord. We are, as a species, undermining the very life support systems of the planet. And I think part of the problem we face today is that most of us live in big cities. It's very difficult to see how what we do is impacting the rest of the planet. I'd like to remind you that in 1900, when there were only 1.5 billion people on the planet, there were only 14 cities with more than 1 million people. The vast majority of people in 1900, although only 1.5 billion of us, we lived in rural village communities. Most people in the world were involved in some activity of farming. And when you're a farmer or you're involved in agricultural activities, you know that the seasons are important. And you know whether the weather's getting warmer in the summers or colder in the winter. You can notice those things because the environment and nature are very, very important to being a good farmer. Farmers understand that winter snow is related to the amount of summer moisture. They know that certain insects pollinate flowers and are important for their crops, and others are pests. They know that certain plants fix nitrogen from the air to make fertilizer, and others are weeds. I believe when the bulk of humanity was involved in agriculture, we were very deeply embedded and understood that nature was important to us. We depend on clean air, clean water, clean soil, and biodiversity. And I think one of the great challenges we need is to come back into balance with the natural world. And nothing allows us to do that better than being involved in growing the very food that you eat. The university ought to be deeply involved then in promulgating a different relationship with the land and our food. We at UBC have this marvelous resource, the farmland right there on the UBC campus itself. And I hope that you will find this meeting very rewarding and that you'll all go out and continue to raise support for this priceless resource.